ZABoxingNation, boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. What's good, fight fans? Today is July 29th, 2025, and the boxing world is buzzing with headlines that go far beyond the ring. We're talking Terrence Bud Crawford's legendary moment and why today marks a special day in boxing history. We have Manny Pacquiao shocking comeback plans. We have Claressa Shields' latest title defense and her major life announcement. Plus, we have rising stars, upcoming wars, and the real truth behind the hype in the heavyweight division. So lace up, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on an update. Let's break this all down. Now, let's talk about the name that won't go away, Manny Pacquiao. After his recent majority draw with Mario Barrios on July 19th, many expected the 46-year-old legend to call it his career. Instead, he's doubling down. Manny Pacquiao confirmed in an interview last week that he's interested in facing Benn. But that's only if the fight with Benn and Chris Eubanks Jr.'s rematch falls through. And he's still open to a rematch with the WBC champ, Mario Barrios. He's training as hard as ever and not thinking about retirement at this moment. Let's be real, Manny Pacquiao is not who he was at 147 pounds a long time ago, but he's still a threat and a freak of nature. His footwork has not diminished, but his speed and IQ are still better than 80% of the welterweights in this field today. And let's not forget, Manny Pacquiao's name alone still sells out arenas. If Benn's fight gets made, it's fireworks. It's a young lion versus an old veteran. And it'll be a shootout for 12 rounds. Next up, we have Claressa T-Rex Shields, the undisputed queen of boxing. On July 25th, Shields defended her undisputed heavyweight titles in Detroit with a dominant performance over Lonnie Daniels. Her jab was sharp, her movement was clean. And she made it a boxing clinic, winning almost every round. She now improves to 17-0 with 3 knockouts, with more undisputed championships than any active fighter, male or female. But what had fans buzzing, but what had fans talking is what happened after the fight. She revealed her new tattoo honoring her partner, the rapper Papoose, and dropped news that she plans to start a family in 2026. This raises questions about her timeline in boxing, but with her dominance, she's earned the respect and the right to control the pace of her career. Great job, Claressa Shields. Let's shift focus to the heavyweights. We have August 16th, the fight between Moses Itauma and Dillian Whyte in Saudi Arabia. This fight is going to be more than just a passing of the torch. This fight might crown the next heavyweight superstar. At just 20 years old, Moses Itauma is undefeated, powerful, and composed beyond his years. He's drawn comparisons to guys like the young Mike Tyson with his footwork and inside fighting that's rare for a fighter of his size. Now, Dillian Whyte isn't what he once was, but he's gritty and he's battle-tested. If Moses Itauma dominates here, he proves that he's ready for the elite level. And it's not just about hype. Both Alexander Usyk and Lennox Lewis have gone on record calling Moses Itauma the future of the heavyweight division. Mark this fight down. You don't want to miss it. Moses Itauma versus Dillian Whyte. Now, back to the fight that everyone is talking about. September 13th, 2025, in Las Vegas at the Allegiant Stadium, we have Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford has 41 wins, 0 losses. He's a slick southpaw. He has ring IQ like no one else today. Canelo Alvarez is 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. Undisputed at 168 pounds, he has a granite chin and heavy hands. But here's the twist. Terrence Bud Crawford recently said that Canelo isn't in his top 3 pound-for-pound fighters of all time, putting guys like Oscar De La Hoya, Dimitri Bivol, and even Floyd Mayweather Jr. all above Canelo Alvarez. That adds serious spice to the build-up of this fight. Canelo Alvarez's team hasn't responded yet, but you better believe he heard it. The bad blood is brewing. This is a clash of styles. We have the timing versus experience, a veteran versus a veteran. This fight will truly be spectacular. Now, for our upcoming fights that I know that you need to be prepared for, we have July 30th, Taraji versus Sandoval for the WBA, WBC flyweight titles. An underrated war that's going to be happening in Japan. Classic triple header. August 2nd, we have Oscar Duarte versus Kenneth Sims Jr. for a lightweight title eliminator. Plus, then we have September 14th, Naoya the Monster Inoue versus Akhmadaliev. One day after Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez fight, Naoya Inoue returns to defend his undisputed super bantamweight titles against the undefeated Akhmadaliev in Japan. This is a real test for his legacy. And now, for your favorite segment, On This Day in Boxing History. Exactly 2 years ago today, July 29th, Terrence Bud Crawford cemented his legacy by demolishing Errol the Truth Spence in just 9 rounds. He dropped Spence 3 times and became the first male fighter in the 3-belt era to become undisputed in 2 separate weight classes. Let that sink in. Terrence Bud Crawford is 40-0, and he made Spence an elite welterweight, looking like a second-tier fighter. He did it with elite timing, surgical power, and his signature switch hitting ability. The performance wasn't just historic, it was generational. And now, as we approach this mega fight with Canelo Alvarez on September 13th, the stakes couldn't be higher. Also, on this day in boxing history, 1751, the world saw its first international title fight, Jack Slack versus Jean Petit. Then we have 1957, Floyd Patterson KO'd Tommy Jackson to defend his heavyweight crown. History repeats, but legends set the tone. And Terrence Bud Crawford is looking to do it again. Let me know how you guys feel about all of these fights in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao. Does he still have a run left in him after the Mario Barrios fight? Can Claressa Shields dominate another division? And who are you picking between Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez? Let me know in the comments below. This is ZABoxingNation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. And if you're new here, keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.